Hey YouTube, what's going on? It's Chris here. Wanted to bring you guys a video. We're going to be talking about Ethereum today, and we know how important it is to talk about Ethereum. Even if you're not an investor in Ethereum, it's very important because many of the ERC20 tokens, obviously that's Ethereum. And when Ethereum does well, they do well. When Ethereum doesn't do well, price action wise, they're not going to do well. So it really affects a lot of other holds that you have. So it's really important to look at Ethereum, guys. So what we're going to be looking at right now is Ethereum on the one-day chart, and it's at $463. And if you guys could like, subscribe, all that, I really appreciate it. It helps us out, guys. So what we're looking at here, so we had our bottom set around 403 right there, and then we came up and we had our high around 495. Then we came back down, we set our higher low here at 419. Then we pushed up and we had a higher high at 516. Then we came back down and we had a higher low right here. So we've been continuously going up, and then we had a lower high and then another higher low. So now we're kind of forming that equilibrium right here, and we're going to see which way that we break. We almost have kind of this inside bar forming here on the daily, so we're going to see if we have further just consolidation moving sideways, and if we're going to get a break up or if we're going to have a break down. So right now over the top, our 50 EMA at 488. This orange line here is overhead resistance. And then we have our 12 EMA at 464. That right now is also acting as a slight resistance. We're kind of right in the middle of it. And then the red one, which is our 26 EMA, is at 467. So that's also acting as overhead resistance, guys. And the volume's been tapering down, which you'll have in these equilibrium patterns. You'll have that volume starting to taper out, and then we're going to see a break either to the upside or we're going to see a break to the downside once we've moved out here. So right now, guys, our RSI is at 48, but you can see those higher lows that have been getting put in, guys. So I want you to pay attention to that. So we can just kind of go from here, and that's the line that we're looking at. So if we break down through there, we're most likely going to have a break to the downside, and we could come down here and test this 441. If we have a break to the upside, we could go up to that 484, potentially see if we can get over this 50 EMA right there at 488. So that's what we're going to be looking for, guys. And each one, when we break, we're going to be looking for increased either bullish volume or bearish volume. Our MACD is in the positive. You can see this right down here, guys, but we're starting to get that little bit of a hook where it makes it look like we want to go to the downside. Even here, it makes it look like we want to go to the downside a little bit. So we can draw that. I always like to look right here, guys. So that's a pretty tight range. Are we going to break up and keep moving, or are we going to break down? And then our histogram right here, guys, we came down, then we started coming back up, and now we're starting to move down a little bit as well. And like we said, keep an eye on this MACD. Sorry about that, guys. Let me grab my cross here. So there's our MACD, but always remember, it can do this, guys, where we had that curl and then we bounce off the signal line and we go back up. So even right now, if we went down to that signal line, we still could bounce back up. So just keep that in mind. That's something that I always like to look at. Here's kind of a trend line. Just go off here, guys, that I'm looking at. So we'll say we went off the wicks, we'd be out here. That's kind of our close area, but you can see we don't want to pull off the wick right here and then go off the closes. We want to stay consistent. We're either going to go off the wicks or we're going to go off the closes, and here we're going to go off the wicks. So this is kind of that lower line that I'm watching too, to see if we break down off it, if we're going to get a bounce off it. Next thing I want to look at is our Bollinger Bands. Take a look at that. And I hope you all are having a wonderful day. I love being here with you, guys. And we also were fighting with that middle band here as well. So our middle band's at 459, so we're using that as support right now, which is good. Okay, we're looking at that overhead resistance, and that's where I said if we break, I would love to make a run up here and try to get over this 50 right here. That's a really big deal to get on top of that again. Okay, guys. Our low over here is around 423. Our lower band 422, upper band 495, and our middle band 459. So guys, that's what we're looking at right now. You know, we're just going to have to see what happens, but remember that all these alts and all the things that we're looking at, they really depend on Ethereum, and that's what some people just don't understand, how important Ethereum is. And then also, guys, our overall support is at 404 on the low side. 404 on the low side, and we wicked up to 517 on the high side. So guys, that's essentially what I wanted to cover with you guys today. Just a quick one on Ethereum. You can see we don't want to get trapped under these moving averages. When you start getting trapped under these moving averages and they act as resistance, what happened, guys? We come up here, we hit them, then we fall back down. We come back up, we hit them, we fall back down. Come back up, hit them, fall back down. So it's important that we especially hold this 26 and this 20 EMA. So guys, you tell me what you're doing. Are you buying? Are you selling? What you guys looking at right now? I'd really love to know. I'll pull one more quick Fibonacci off here, kind of see where we're at in those levels, because remember, those are going to act as resistances and supports as well. Yeah, so we're kind of running into that 236 there at 505. So guys, there's a lot of overhead resistance right now. We need some really good volume to come in to be able to make this happen. So that's what I want to show you guys. God bless each and every one of you. Please, if you could, like, subscribe, all that. It really helps us out. I'm still fighting with YouTube trying to get monetized. They say 1,000 subscribers, 4,000 watch hours, and you can get monetized. And I'm at 21,000 watch hours and over 3,000 subscribers. And they were saying that they were holding my account for further review when I have no copyrights or strikes or anything like that. So I really don't know what's going on. It's kind of been frustrating. But I want to give my experience with YouTube, like how difficult some of this stuff has been. Just so you guys know, if you're starting your own channel, I want to kind of share my experience with you and kind of what to expect, at least from what I've experienced. So I hope to do that later on in a video, but if you guys could, like, subscribe, all that, because it does help us push us further down the stream, and it would be great to get monetized and just continue to do this with you guys and hopefully be able to do more videos with you guys. So God bless each and every one of you, and thank you for watching.